Reality is like a film set. There are directors,
Action!
producers,
Are we on schedule?
and even actors.
Can somebody get me a coffee?
The trick is realizing that you are playing all of these roles. You are the executive producer of your reality. My name is Daniel,
My name is Lauren.
and we're here to break the fourth wall to discover what's behind the scenes. And what you hear just might have you saying, "That's so meta." Hello, and welcome back to That's So Meta, where Lauren and I discuss the mystical, magical, and the metaphysical. You may have noticed that we have a new spicy intro.
Spiciest.
Spicy boys.
The spiciest. We've always wanted an animated intro for the show. It's
Yeah.
just we couldn't find an animator, and then it kept getting put off, and we were like, yeah, we'll just do it without one because it's going to be audio anyways. But now we actually have a good intro.
Yeah, the intro that we had up until this point was just something that I threw together real quick to have like a placeholder for the script, a little story that we have.
Mhm.
But we always wanted like a cartoon or something custom. And it was just a matter of getting around to it. And, I think that I had tried to hire a cartoonist or an animator several months ago and wasn't able to find, anybody local in my film industry that was able to do it within my budget.
Mhm.
And so we went on Fiverr.
That was
Okay.
an adventure.
We went on Fiverr to find an animator because we heard that, there are relatively affordable artists on there that can do the work that you need.
Mhm.
And we acquisitioned maybe 25 different people that do 2D animations to, we gave them a script and an example of what we wanted with some reference photos. And everybody said they could do it. Everyone said they can do it. And everybody gave us a quote and an
Mhm.
estimate. And I don't know if we should go into it or not, but we did have a little bit of a challenge
Mhm.
in the sense that the first guy that we hired based on his examples of work
Mhm.
turned out to be a scammer,
Yeah.
which I did not know was a thing on
Yeah.
Fiverr, that on the platform itself, scam artists could get through the cracks and,
Yeah. I think that going into it, we kind of just had the mindset, well, like it's not Craigslist where
Right.
you like are constantly seeing scammers.
yeah.
We were like, oh, it's a platform, so obviously like that probably won't happen. I mean, it's obviously always a threat, but still. And then we hired an artist, and it was red flag after red flag, and now we know.
Mhm.
So
Fortunately, the platform was able to, close the project and get us a full refund, which we were
Mhm.
grateful for, and then roll that money into a new artist. And so we're very happy to have a new custom intro because it
Yeah.
feels like it's ours and it feels more official.
yeah.
And if you've noticed, we've been on a hiatus,
Mhm.
and there were a couple different reasons for that. I mean, several reasons, but I mean, what are a few reasons why we've been gone for so long? We've been busy with the business,
Mhm.
the Moment Imaging. Check us out. We are a creative video service,
Mhm.
and Lauren and I, we love what we do,
Mhm.
and we've been working together now for pretty much 2 years, scaling this video business, and the advertising and the marketing side of it is our, it's our area of development.
Yeah, we're
It's
improving.
our strength that we need to grow and improve on. And
Mhm.
definitely a weakness of mine over the last, 10 years of my career is advertising and marketing. I just like to do the work.
Mhm.
So we're kind of in that phase right now, which
Mhm.
is a learning experience for us, but we're also still working in the meantime.
Mhm.
And that's just got us really busy.
Mhm.
And that's where our focus has been.
Mhm.
We've also, in the process of coming back and getting into the swing of the show, we want to start bringing in special guests.
Yeah.
So we've been talking to some people, and we're going to have a few special guests on the show again. Some of my personal friends and some new people, which I'm excited to interview people here on That's So Meta. All of
Yeah.
course still within the metaphysical realm and the esoterica and
Mhm.
those concepts. So we're getting like-minded individuals who would like to have a chat with us.
Mhm.
So you can expect that coming here on the show too. And with the world events, which I don't particularly like getting into too much on That So Meta, just personally,
Mhm.
because everybody is, and everyone's got a weigh in on it, and everyone has their opinion, and everyone's got, the right answer for the state of our union and the state of our planet and our social
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not, I don't personally have a genuine interest in weighing in on it.
Mm.
A lot of my opinions are unfavorable. A lot of people tend to disagree with my perspective on things. And it's not that I'm uncomfortable defending myself or explaining my point. It's just exhausting. And
Yeah.
I subscribe to the concept that everyone's opinions and beliefs are relevant and they're valid, and however you feel about a situation, whether you can change your opinion or not is totally up to you. It's not for me to sway you in any direction. I just have my own beliefs and I live those and walk those, and you know, I anchor that power in myself, but I'm not on a soapbox. You know, I'm not telling people how to act or what to believe or how to feel. That's not who I am. That's not what we do here. You know, what do you think about that?
I think you're right. I think that everybody's opinion is relative, and whatever it is valid for that person, whatever they're going through. I'm of the belief that everybody at any given moment is doing what they think is best for themselves at the time. And there's
Facts.
no arguing with it.
Yeah.
There's no saying that person's wrong, because depending on their whole series of life events that got them to that point, they're not wrong from their perspective.
Facts.
So it's not that anybody, I don't feel like arguing points, because it's really not my place to tell you what's right or wrong. It's, you know, you're on your own journey.
Mm-hmm.
So like you said, it's just exhausting, but I stand in whatever truth that I have about what I think is right for me at my moment, you know?
Yeah. Facts.
And that's, you just have to like be respectful of where people are in their development, whether it's spiritually or, you know, politically, emotionally, whatever their development is. You just have to respect where they are and either help them along the way or learn from them. It's a two-way street, you know?
Love that. Totally agree. That's kind of where, you know, we stand on those things, which is just why we don't go too far into the details. And if anybody ever has any questions, we'll do another Q&A episode, which we've done in the past, and then we will be happy to answer, you know, whatever questions you have about, you know, those topics from our opinion. But that's about where we stand on that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So what else have we done? And how long has it been? A couple months?
It's been
a few
while.
months.
Yeah.
So another reason why we've been gone for a while, which was a big reason, is because we were wondering about our audience in a sense where it's like, you know, how many people are listening and engaging with the show? How many people are, you know, liking and commenting and, you know, asking us questions? You know, what kind of engagement are we or are we not getting out of our audience? And we were curious, you know, it takes time and energy and resources to do these episodes, especially if we want to start bringing in guests. And we were wondering, you know, about the efficacy of the show and the platform itself in terms of our audience. And we, you know, we weren't maybe seeing as much engagement or getting as many views on the episodes as we had expected or as we, you know, had wanted to. And I think that maybe that was a factor as well when we were weighing up how to effectively use our time and our energy. We're doing a lot with the moment imaging in the business. And that's like a full-time job, just kind of getting that off the ground.
Definitely.
And we are also, you know, always working on like short film projects and things like that. And so we're trying to, you know, allocate our time based on what's most relevant. And if there wasn't a lot of engagement in the show in terms of an audience, then we would feel like, okay, well, we can focus our energy on other things that require our attention. And then I think you and I had kind of gotten to a point where it's like, well, no, we kind of always wanted to do this for us.
Yeah, it's mostly our thing. That's what I was thinking while you were talking. It was just like, this has always been just for us.
Yeah.
Like, it's just something that we could do. We could goof around. That's why there's not much of a structure or whatever to it. It's just us like hanging out for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think when we came to that realization recently, we're like, oh, totally. Let's get back into it and remember why we decided to do it to begin with was because we just liked it.
Yeah.
We like doing the podcast. We like talking and having our own theories and expressing ourselves as a platform for, you know, expressing and exploration. And then when we came to that conclusion recently, we're like, oh, let's do it. Yeah. And so what that means is, to summarize, we don't care if you're watching or listening or not. We're going to keep doing it.
Yeah. And we're, you know, we also a lot of the reason why that it's been a while is because we couldn't find an animator. And I think we both mutually agreed that like when we came back, we had to have like our animated intro because that was the way that we had intended in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? That's for us.
Yeah.
Just having little cartoon us.
Yeah.
That's for us.
It's fun. We're playing here and you guys are just checking it out.
Yeah. You get to tune in, but like, it's for us.
Yeah. We're having fun.
Yeah. So I think the last episode that we released was with our friend Garrett. And it was right after that, the shooting of that episode that we shot the documentary, right?
Yeah. The documentary.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that?
Yes. So we have a documentary and it's part of a series we produce called A Passion of Mine. Mm-hmm. It's something I'm passionate about, you know? And it was a story-driven format that we designed for our clients and for our customers. And as storytellers and filmmakers, we feel like obviously story is at the center and the foundation of everything that's important to us that we connect to. So whether it's a wedding or whether it's a hobbyist or an artist or a creator of some type, you have a service or a product that you offer, we can make you a series of videos that are story-driven around you, who you are, and what led you into the thing that you love, that you do, that your service, your product, your passion. And we have several of these done now, and we're really enjoying producing these.
Yeah.
And we, in the process of finding our footing in terms of like what type of content and story structures that we use, we decided to produce one for ourselves.
Yeah.
So I am big into cryptozoology and extraterrestrials and everything that is unknown in that way. And I have friends that are too. So our friend Carolyn Leon and Garrett Jageman are also very passionate in the paranormal and the extraterrestrial.
Like Caroline has a big history and background in the cryptozoology and the like extraterrestrial. And then Garrett has a huge background, as you know, in the paranormal. So, and then we have, you have knowledge about just about anything in the world. And you do the podcast with Garrett about paranormal. So you have all of it. And then I'm just kind of like the video team who's fascinated by the stuff, but is just kind of along for the ride. And when we were able to, the four of us, to group up together to go on this journey, we all brought different things to the table and we were able to like explore different areas because of each other's strengths.
Yeah. So we did this documentary on A Passion of Mine, and it's on, cryptozoology, in a sense, monster hunting. If you've ever seen the shows where, on television where they go out looking for creatures and monsters, this isn't that. It is a little bit of an investigation where the four of us went to West Virginia and a little bit of Pennsylvania. Mostly Pennsylvania. It's called the Bermuda Triangle of Pennsylvania. And it's 3 cities that make a triangle that have heightened paranormal activity, esoteric experiences, everything from Sasquatch to, werewolves to gnomes and spaceships crashing. Everything happens in this Bermuda Triangle of Pennsylvania. And it's an hour and 20 minutes from here, from where we live. So we got together and we did a couple days of filming, actually, 2-3 days maybe, of filming where we went out and we investigated hotspots of areas of esoteric, activity. And we weren't out there monster hunting, hoping to find Bigfoot on camera. We were just out there as friends looking to explore the geography and talk to the locals about their experiences and sort of interview people and kind of just group up as like-minded, interested people to go out there and be adventurous. And that's what it was. It was a couple days, a night or two of going out there with our gear and just seeing what happens. And it was a blast and we had a lot of fun. And the documentary is totally filmed and edited. It's even got a score and music, but here's where we got stuck. Okay, this might sound a little familiar. We need custom animations for the documentary as part of a unique aesthetic in the storytelling. We wanted these little cartoon animations that help depict what is discussed throughout the doc. And one challenge that we ran up against was finding somebody who was talented and creative enough to do this for us within our price range. So as we were price shopping a little bit on Fiverr, we realized that some of this stuff can get pretty expensive, even on a platform like that where artists are generally working on budgeted projects. These aren't like industry union,
Right.
creators doing Hollywood productions. It's like budget stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's still really expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. It adds up.
So when we did the intro for That's So Meta, we were like, dang, we're going to need more money for this
Podcast.
documentary.
Or yeah.
Yeah, for the documentary. And finding somebody that we like and trust is also an additional challenge. So the film has been almost in a state of done
Yeah.
for several months. It just needs animations and a little bit of a sound design, and it's ready to go. So we are excited to put that out, and it will be free to watch on all of our social media. I think the film is about 20 minutes long. Yeah, it's about 20 minutes long, and it's a documentary on the four friends who just go on a little investigation of self-discovery.
Yeah.
So as soon as we have some animations done for that film, it will be free to watch, and we worked on that for quite a while. Was a collective project, collaborative project. Thank you. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. It was fun to work on too, because there are some treasured memories there.
Yeah.
And when you watch the footage, you can remember like what was happening behind the scenes, and it just makes you happy again.
It was fun.
Yeah. It's just a nice little snapshot.
I think we went to and from the Bermuda Triangle, I think 4 times.
Like 3 or 4 times.
To film the doc. We would get home and realize, oh, we should try this, or we should try that. So we just go out there for another thing. And
yeah. But it was so nice because it was so close.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't that hard of a drive. It was just like
one little
highway.
paranormal thing that I want to mention about it, which was super cool, is before we started shooting the doc, when Caroline came up from Los Angeles to stay with us in Pennsylvania for a while, I'm a wedding videographer. Lauren usually comes and helps me on these weddings. This particular wedding was the last one of the season.
Oh, yeah.
And she didn't come to it. But it was at a personal residence off somewhere, about an hour and 20 minutes from where I lived. And I shot this wedding on their property and came home and told Lauren all about it. She wasn't there. And then we had, flash forward a month or two, Caroline comes out. We go to the Bermuda Triangle and we're filming all day, driving around all day. Come home. That's great. So when we realized we needed some more content, we actually had to go back to the Bermuda Triangle to film some stuff. When Lauren and I went by ourselves the second time. So now we're going out there for the second shoot, which was like 4 shoots.
Yeah.
And as we're going to the Bermuda Triangle, there's a small town. What was the name of the town that we went to like a bunch of times, like several times?
Well, there's Uniontown and Derry.
It wasn't Derry.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Uniontown. It was the third one. Kecksburg.
Yeah.
Kecksburg.
Yeah.
Okay, Kecksburg, Pennsylvania. It's a hot spot for the paranormal and the esoteric.
Yeah.
And so we went to Kecksburg the second time, Lauren and I, by ourselves to do some filming. And I drive past the house of the wedding that I'd shot just a few months prior, which was the one time you didn't come that season.
Yeah.
You stayed home that day.
Yeah.
And I saw the house because you literally have to drive by this couple's house to get to Kecksburg, and my mind blew.
Yeah.
I exploded. I was like screaming in the car. I was like, I shot a wedding there. I've been here. Wait, are you telling me that we shot a whole documentary here like 2 weeks ago and I didn't know, and I've already been here? It was crazy. And I was like, that's where they did the fireworks, and I left my monopod and lost gear at this house. And it was so funny because you hadn't come.
It was the one that I missed.
But if you would have come, because she's got a good memory too. I was like, if you would have come to that wedding, you probably would have noticed the first time we came here with Caroline and Garrett that I shot a wedding here.
Yeah.
So
that's amazing.
I was like, wait, are you trying to tell me that I had already been here on work for a job? Then we come back 2 months later to shoot a documentary here in the same little town, Kecksburg. Then we come back again, and I didn't even notice till the third time I'd been there that it never clicked to me that the client's address was Kecksburg. So that was a weird little
that town
paranormal.
Would not let you go for like 2 months.
We had to keep going back. It was like Erie, Indiana. It was the Twilight Zone. I kept sucking me back in.
Yeah.
And half the time, I didn't even know I was there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It was so weird.
It was.
And that was one of those weird like Bermuda Triangle things where it's like, wait, I had been here, didn't know I was here, then came back 3 times over before I realized it was all the same place. See, time and space are an illusionary concept
Mm-hmm.
that don't exist. It's not real.
Not real.
There is no distance traveled.
Yeah.
You just are
Mm-hmm.
forever in any direction.
Yeah.
It's probably Kecksburg.
Yeah.
That's the center of the universe.
It is. It's Kecksburg.
Don't say it. We have this ongoing joke that Degrassi,
Well, I've been rewatching the classic show on Canadian
the
television,
classics,
Degrassi from the early 2000s.
the classics.
And we always joke while I'm watching it that everything is from Degrassi because all of those actors went on to become, big famous stars. Everything about it has like a cultural impact. So our running joke is that the center of the universe where everybody is
like source.
Yeah, like
The
source
ether.
is Degrassi.
The ether is actually Degrassi.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but like at the end of every episode, there will be like a dramatic freeze frame.
And normally it's somebody in the middle of sobbing uncontrollably. It's a very dramatic show. Yeah. Love it.
Freeze frame on sad moments or like
Yeah.
devastating news.
Yeah.
Just like,
It's like there's no hope. But it was made for children.
it's a
Like,
dreadful show
It's terrible.
of sadness and
I
letdown.
I will say that I think a lot of my anxieties came from watching that show too young. Because some of the stuff that happens in it, like this show was on Nickelodeon, so it was made for kids, but like, man, the stuff that they
Dark.
talk about, dark.
content.
Dark.
Sad.
So now, there was like
STDs, murder, tragedy, car accidents, teenage pregnancy,
yeah,
you name it. The sad stuff.
the worst stuff. So now the world is a danger.
And so like we'll be out and about in our daily routine doing something, and then like when something like what the fuck happens, or like an awkward moment, we'll just like freeze frame, and then credits will come up and the music plays.
Yeah.
And everything stems from Degrassi.
Everything does. Everything.
It's at
leads
the center
back
of
to
the universe.
Degrassi. Mhm.
Like, and then we got off on this concept that like we're in Degrassi now. We're in the
Yeah.
Degrassi universe.
Yeah.
All of us are. You guys watching?
Mhm.
You probably went to that high school. You
Mhm.
went to the Degrassi middle school, high school, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Mhm.
but you went there, and that's where you come from.
Yeah. Like you ever hear really tragic news, and then like you
You freeze
you
frame.
start like dissociating because you're like overwhelmed with the sadness that you can't like think anymore. You're freeze framing, and you just don't know.
And there's credits in front of your face, and like just like end credits music is playing. You don't hear it,
yeah.
but it's happening, and
Yeah.
someone's watching it,
Yeah.
like the Truman Show.
Yeah. I
You
love
don't
that.
know about it,
Well, Degrassi has so many characters.
but Degrassi
too.
knows.
Degrassi knows. Yeah. It has so many characters too. Like
It's self-aware,
everyone could be on Degrassi and we wouldn't even know.
like Rick and Morty kind of thing. It's like
So many characters.
everything is Degrassi. It's
Everything's
the God particle.
Yeah.
It's source.
I love that we went on a whole tangent. Degrassi. It's been my obsession. I can't stop watching it. I'm how long have I been watching it? I'm on season 6. It's amazing. Since I've been out of work and we've been focusing so much on our company, I've been watching a lot of TV and you've been playing a lot of video games. And I love that for us.
I have always been a gamer
Mhm.
growing up. It's one of my Matrix vices.
Mhm.
One of my 3D, some people drink,
Mhm.
do drugs, have meaningless sex. I don't care.
You just want to blow stuff up in a video game.
I just play video games. I always have as a kid, and it's kept me out of trouble.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never been to jail or prison. I've never, I'm at home playing video games, safe,
Mhm.
and a lot of people will have their judgments about, the gaming industry and the vibrations that it puts out and the programming involved in it. But once you have an awareness of those concepts, the effectiveness of programming, it doesn't work
Mhm.
the same, and so gaming has always been with me. Like I said, it's kept me out of trouble, and I'm big into Twitch.
Mhm.
So like I watch a lot of Twitch streamers, and I've even streamed on Twitch myself, gaming, particular video games,
Mhm.
and those are things that we do. Those are our hobbies and our pastimes. You watch Degrassi and I play video games, and I
Yeah.
think that's okay
I like it.
once in a while.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I would say a lot of my time has gone towards Degrassi.
Everything is Degrassi.
Everything's Degrassi. So technically, everybody's time, all the time, goes towards Degrassi.
So with the moment imaging, which is our passion and our joy, we do short films, narratives, we do documentaries, we do weddings, we do event coverage, things like that. And we just recently put out our first wedding film. And it's not exactly per se a perfect wedding film because we weren't able to film a wedding itself, but part of all of our wedding packages consist of a story, engagement style where we get the couple together and we have them tell the love story of how they met and who they are to each other and what their, goals are for the future. And that serves as the foundation of the film itself. And then the wedding gets edited into that as part of it, but it's not the whole thing. That's not the main focus. And we did one of those, which is the closest representation that we have now to a wedding film. But we absolutely love doing that.
Yeah. And the video we did was for a couple. They had been together for 13
like
13 years?
10, 13 years.
And it was kind of like a Valentine's gift, kind of like renewal
to each other.
of like romance for them. And it was really beautiful because like interviewing them was so lovely because you could tell how much they loved each other when they talked. And when I was editing it, it was so sweet because their stories were like matching up perfectly.
Yeah, that's the essence right there.
Yeah,
I love that.
that's what makes it so fun for us is that we get to bring like the romance back into wedding films instead of just kind of like the safe, clean coverage. We get to bring like the heart back, and then so it's fun. It's even fun for us to edit. Like everything about it is what makes it like so joyful for us.
Yeah. And so right now we're working on getting more weddings booked and filmed because we like doing that in the structure that we've designed for ourselves. And another project we're working on, actually we have a shoot tonight.
Yeah.
And we have another shoot this week on my birthday.
Yeah.
My birthday is March 19th. Yay. We are finishing a Halloween themed short film that I started producing with my old crew. I think we shot this at the end of 2015. I think. Yeah, it was 16. At the end of 2015, I believe, fall 2015, we shot a series of short films. One of them was titled Completion, written by my friend Eric Militello. And then this one is called The Phantom Witch. And it is exactly like it sounds. It is about a phantom and a witch. And when I was finally getting around to editing the short film, I realized that we're missing a ton of footage that we just didn't capture when we actually shot it, 5 years ago or something crazy. So Lauren is helping me finish the movie now, getting the pickup shots and shooting a whole other scene that we need. And we're working on that.
Yeah.
So these are the kind of things that we do, in our day-to-day life is we're just, we're producing video content and telling stories and that's kind of what we've been up to, folks. It keeps us busy.
Yeah. And it's fun too. It feeds the soul.
Yeah.
There are certain things that we do that just like occupy time, but like Degrassi and video games, but it definitely feeds the soul when we get to go out and shoot, and especially stuff that's ours. That's, a passion of mine or the two of us or a short film, whatever it is, that's what keeps you going,
Yeah. I enjoy it. And so we've been grinding away at it, So I would definitely say be on the lookout for the documentary as soon as we can get the animations done, or maybe you're an animator yourself.
Yeah.
And would like to collaborate with us.
Love that.
And, check out the moment imaging. We have a YouTube, a Facebook, an Instagram that we post regularly on all of our social media. If you'd like to see our work and the kind of stuff that we do, it's definitely there for everybody to watch and enjoy. And we are always working on more.
So we're back. Like this is happening
This is
again.
happening.
We have guests lined up for future episodes. We're going to be doing a couple here and there, just Dan and I. If you guys have anything you want us to talk about, please let us know. If you want to do like a Q&A, we would love to do something like that. Otherwise, we'll just come up with like our own topics, and it might just be Degrassi.
It could just be, it's probably Degrassi.
I will give you like a character breakdown. Like I'll go in.
She'll
So, like,
review old episodes from season 3 that you've never seen.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen to this show.
If you
You
don't
don't speak
chime
up.
in and let us know what we should talk about.
You're gonna get a commentary on last year's 10 years ago's episode
Yeah. I think that
where Spinner
over time,
bullied
like
somebody.
the less engagement that we get over time, the intro is just going to slowly like glitch until it says that's so Degrassi. And then it'll just be my show.
And then it'll just be episode recaps.
This will be a green screen and the episode will be playing behind me while I'm talking over it,
Yeah.
you know, and commentating.
Help me get out of Degrassi.
So
Kevin Smith, are you listening?
Yeah.
You're the only one who can save me.
So let us know what you want to see. We're back.
We're back. We got
We're
some
back.
guests. We got
Yeah.
Daniel Scranton
Mhm.
coming.
Mhm.
We got Rob Gauthier coming.
Yeah.
He's a personal friend of mine that we're going to have on the show.
Yeah.
Got more people coming. And Degrassi,
Always Degrassi.
you know. Yeah, let us know what you guys want to see or don't. And we'll do episodes anyways.
Yeah.
And
Either way, the table's set up, which means that we're going to do this again at least one more time. Well, at least two more times because we got two
This
new
month.
guests. So
2 more times this month.
yeah,
Like, figure that one out.
yeah,
Where do we land?
right where we need to be.
Let us know what you think of the new intro.
Yeah,
Little cartoon, Daniel and Lauren.
yeah.
Pretty cool. I like that. And thanks for checking us out if you're new. Thanks for still being here if you're That's So Meta veteran.
Yeah.
You're OG.
The OG. Mm-hmm.
Day one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, comment in the section. Are you at day one?
We're trying so hard to get engagement. We're trying. This is just for us.
Say
but
anything.
Say something.
Just please talk to us one time.
Yeah. Like, don't worry. This show is it's for us. It's the way that we want to do it.
I'm only doing this for me.
We're super
But if you
loose with our
don't-
structure. But if you don't chime in, we will make your life way worse.
Degrassi.
But anyways,
And that's it.
that's
We're
it.
out.
That's so
We're
meta.
back. Look for us. Check us out.
Yeah. Let us know what you want to see.
You know, engage. Because if you don't, we'll just have to keep doing the episodes anyways.
I don't think we're ever going to get any more comments.
Not a single like or subscribe.
No more.
Whatever it